Get some of that GTA action.
GT who?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
On that hot GTA action.
Some of that hot car on car exploding bustin' makes you feel good. Bustin' makes me feel good. Wonder if TJ's gonna come on soon. Let's see, play Rockstar created races. I wonder, is there a way of... I just go outside, I guess.
Probably not.
No, there has to be. There has to be, Bone. There cannot not be.
Can be.
There has to be.
Nah.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Jesus Christ, your mic sounds so tinny.
Oh, fuck! Ran out of fucking mana.
What? You know what? I'm gonna back out of this. I didn't wanna. I don't want to join some randos game.
Yes, this is him. I don't think I've heard of your organization. I don't think I understand. Are you trying to sell me a marmoset to raise money to save gorillas?
Died saving you.
I'm an idiot. Alright, it's on our sun races. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're going live. I just need to practice and make some money. So that way when TJ comes back on later, I can destroy him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all about
What you
that.
gotta do, boo-boo?
It's all about that practice. It's all about sailing and... Oh, this race looks like it's really good for sailing. My chair's stuck.
It's stuck?
Yeah.
What kind of brand is that?
It's stuck brand. It's Scandinavian.
Scandinavia?
Yeah, Scandinavian. Oh god. That didn't go as planned. Yeah, man. I'm really uncomfortable. My shoulders, my sleeves are bunched up. My chair is stuck. Nothing's going my way. No, it's okay. It's okay. I kind of disappeared too. I had a really bad headache from the congestion. Man, I can't sail for shit anymore. Oh, it was because I've been talking all day and I got my throat was starting to dry out from not feeling well. I was starting to lose my voice last night. I sound much better now because I didn't have any medication last night. This morning when I went out, I went to go buy something. Okay, so there's a slowdown there. I can try and avoid it. I feel like my hands are disconnected from the controller and I'm having a lot of issues like getting in the groove. Nice if the camera didn't explode. Oh, dude, I've been drinking coffee and tea and, like, everything I can... Like, everything I can get my hands on. I've had 3 teas today and 2 coffees and 4 glasses of water, and... I got sinus medication to reduce the swelling of my sinuses because they were, like, gonna explode. Oh my god. I feel sweaty and tired and gross and I just feel like shit. Yeah, I know, like I wish I didn't have to go out earlier cuz like I had to go to the store to get it. It is so freaking cold outside. It's only -8, but when the wind blows, it like doubles. Yeah. Only -8. It's not that bad, considering, like we had some days this winter where it was like -18, so, I mean, -8's not that bad. And last winter was really bad. We had some days last winter that were -34 and 36, like with the wind chill, so, like, have fun going out anywhere.
Yeah, right?
There was a couple days that were so cold last year I didn't even go to school. I just said fuck it, like I'm staying home. This year it's been so windy for some reason. Like it's way windier than it's ever been. Like the other day I was walking home from class and my hat blew off. Like,
Not my hat.
yeah, like my glasses, my toque. Yeah, like my hat blew right off my head. It was so cold because like the area where I have to walk to my car is like a wind tunnel, so it's really, really, really windy. Yeah, I drive.
He drives
That's-
a Miura.
Yeah, that's one thing about like if you go to Canada, you're gonna have to make sure you drive because like a lot of cities in North America are designed around having a car. Like there is transit, there's public transit, but it's never gonna be as good as driving. At least like in Toronto anyway. We're supposed to have the best public transit infrastructure in Canada. Well, it's probably the worst. Apparently, TTC, the Toronto Transit Commission, was voted to be the best subway system and public transportation infrastructure in North America. More so than anywhere in the United States. I don't know how accurate that is, because last I checked, like the TTC is the most unreliable form of transportation. Like you can get on the subway, you might make it to where you're going on time, or you might just get stuck in a tunnel for 40 minutes. if you're gonna buy a car and you just want to get something to get by, like a Honda Civic or something.
Yeah.
Like, it's super cheap to fix. The only thing is, Honda Civics, because they're so plentiful and like so many people buy them, there's a higher chance that you'll find one that's like really shit, especially in like Ontario, like what's known as like the Rust Belt, or across Quebec, because Quebec, like, people complain about Ontario salting their roads and like ruining their cars, but Quebec is arguably way worse. Like, I have friends who lived in Quebec, and their cars rusted like in 1 year more than they ever rusted living in Ontario. So, and like people with Honda Civics, like in North America, it's not like in European or Asian countries where people buy cars and they try and take care of them because, you know, like replacing a car is expensive, and it's like, you know, you don't really drive them everywhere, so you might as well keep it in decent shape. Like my friend's mom has they bought a Mercedes, I think, in 1988 back in Belgrade, and when they moved to North America, she gave the car to, I think, like her cousin or her sister or something, and they still have that Mercedes, and it's in perfect condition. But like in Canada, everyone drives their cars into the ground. They just figure, like, you'll buy a cheap car, you'll drive it, you'll destroy it, and then you'll buy another cheap car. So it's a lot harder to find like a good quality car here.
Because they're all shit.
Yeah, because like nobody takes care of their car. Like, I'll even admit, like, I'm not exactly, like, I'm not excluded from that. Like, I try and take care of my car as best I can, but sometimes I do get kind of lazy and I just don't bother with certain things. Like, I had rust formed on my door last winter, and like I was like, oh, I'll fix it. I just never got around to it, and then it became winter, so now I have to do it this spring.
Yeah.
But it was also, that was a combination of me not having like the time to do it and not having the like I needed assistance with it, because I have to actually take the door off to fix it, and it's kind of difficult to take it off by myself. I don't want to risk damaging any of the pins. By the way, is the audio of the game too loud compared to like my talking? Because I have a feeling it might be kind of loud. I'm gonna drop it down just a bit. Yeah, like if you're looking for like a used Honda Civic, I would look for something in the
squishy department.
probably like the mid to early 2000s. If you just need like a car to get by with, you could probably get one for $5,000, like $3,000 to $6,000 roughly. The low end ones, like, they're gonna have more issues than the higher end ones, obviously. So, you know, you just have to be wary of it. Like, I was fortunate with my Miata, because my neighbor's son owns a car dealership, and like he doesn't buy shit cars, so I just bought the car that he picked up.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Ugh.
Like, I came home one day, the car was in the driveway. I went up to him, I was like, Terry, that's a nice Miata, and he's like, do you want it? And I said yes, and I bought it. That was how hard it was to find that Miata. I don't know how functional a Miata would be in Quebec, just because of the snow, and you want to have a heavier car for when you're driving around the snow. But like, if you lived in an area where snow wasn't really an issue, I would honestly really recommend a Miata, because they're so cheap. Like, if you go on autotrader.ca, just you know, type in like Honda Civic, year range that you're looking for, and then you'll get an idea of what people are listing them for. Private sales are kind of sketchy, because, you know, some people might have like really shit cars they just want to get rid of. And like, dealerships will try and rip you off any way that they can. It's
Oh my god, this Sparrow fucking sucks ass.
What do you expect? They're a bird. Birds can't play video games. Yeah, like if you could find something like a Toyota, like a Land Cruiser or something, those would be really good, especially in Quebec, just because like they're heavier and it snows a lot up there, so you know you'd have a lot easier time getting around in it. The only thing is gas in Canada is really expensive, so you know if you're buying like a Toyota Land Cruiser or something, you're gonna get ripped off on gas. Yeah, birds can't play video games. Josh, 2017. That's my new quote.
Yeah, no, we're not going on.
Oh, I hit the wall. I hit the wall. You can tell I haven't played GTA in a while. We don't have Pajeros here. Quebec, it's weird. Like, Quebec banned right-hand drive cars. You can't register new right-hand drive cars. Like, if you have a right-hand drive car that was registered prior to when they banned them, then you can keep it. It'd be grandfathered, but you can't transfer it into anyone's name. The only way you'd be able to get a Pajero in Canada is if you imported it from somewhere. So if you could find a left-hand drive Pajero anywhere, you could import that as long as it's 14 years or older. Yeah, the Canadian automotive market doesn't make any sense. It is the stupidest automotive market I've ever seen. Of all countries in the world that would require, like, all-wheel drive cars, turbocharged cars for, like, high atmosphere in British Columbia, or, like, high-altitude places, and, you know, generally, like, winter-ready cars, none of them were brought into Canada. Can't explain it. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, most cars that you're gonna find are automatic. Like, it's not to say that there aren't manual cars. I drive a manual car, my dad drives a manual car, my mom drives a manual car, my brother drives a manual car. It's just, it's not that it's a dying breed, it's people are lazy. People are lazy, and, no.
Manual is a dying.
It's a dying, okay, it's a dying breed because people are lazy, and they don't want to have to shift manual.
And because computers are becoming better and better and better every year that goes by.
Sure. Anyway, I'd prefer manual over it. Manual is not a popular thing in North America, while it is in like other countries. So probably because people are lazy. Yeah, I hate automatic transmissions. There's just something satisfying about like shifting a gear when you're
That's what
ripping
it
it.
always boils down to.
What?
The feel of it.
Yeah, like I love the feeling of shifting gears. It feels great. I like the control that you get out of it. Like especially if you're driving in the winter. In a lot of places where it's warmer, like sure, driving automatic doesn't matter. You're gonna be cruising around. But in a place where it's like really really snowy or there's difficult climates where you have like traction issues, manual all the way. I'd rather downshift to slow down than use my brakes to slow down. Because like especially when it's snowing out. When it's snowing out and you hit the brakes, you have a really good chance of crashing. Whereas if you just downshift, it'll just slow the momentum of your vehicle. It is a convenience thing, I think, for the most part. Like a lot of people, the demand for manual has gone down in North America. There's still a huge demand for manual in like European countries, and in like other other places around the world. So like you'll never see manual completely disappear in places like that, unless gas runs out entirely and nobody can drive.
Well, that is inevitable.
That is an inevitability. That's when you'll start seeing everything be manual. But as it stands right now, I don't see manual going anywhere in you know, the global spectrum. In North America, yeah, absolutely. Like if you buy a car, 95% of them are going to be automatic. One of the like it's funny, like people always joke about it, but it's actually true. Like one of the best theft deterrents of having a car in North America is to get a manual car, because nobody will be able to drive. Like
That's
anyone
a
who,
myth, dude.
it's definitely not. My insurance is actually cheaper than the automatic equivalent of it. Theft rates on manual Miatas are far lower than automatic Miatas. Obviously, if you're like a professional car thief, you're gonna learn how to drive manuals, but like the average, you know, punk teenager who goes out and tries to steal your car, probably not gonna know how to drive manual. Although that is like, you know, speculation and generalizing, but yeah, engine braking is where it's at. Engine braking just, it makes like driving in bad conditions that much easier. Yeah, exactly. That feels amazing. Not that I ever do that, because, you know, I drive the speed limit everywhere I go, and I'm a very responsible driver.
Uh-huh.
I'm giving a shit-eating grin, but you can't see it right now. I'm a very responsible driver, and I respect the road and the rules that encompass the Highway Traffic Act. When I drive... You know what's actually really funny? Since I hit, like, when I turned 25, or, no, 27, the moment I turned 27, I stopped caring about, like, the exhilaration of driving. Like, I was never like, oh, I gotta go fast, like, shift as hard as possible. Like, I just stopped caring. Now when I drive my Miata, I just, like, you know, I cruise. I just cruise. I love cruising. Cruising's where it's at.
This is why I ride a motorcycle.
Yeah, like, I wish I could ride a motorcycle, but I can't because of that problem I have with my wrist. Like, I can't control throttle at all. But if I could, I would love to ride a bike.
I never go the speed limit.
I mean, no, Pone, what you're saying is you always go the speed limit.
Oh yeah.
That's what you meant to say. It's okay. I know you meant to say that. It's okay. We all make mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's like I love driving. Don't get me wrong. It's just
Speed limit, more like speed suggestion.
more like speed challenge. No, like I love driving. I'll never not love driving. It's just it's a different type of love, I think, for driving. Like if I want to beat the crap out of my car, I'll take it to the track. Like I have a new appreciation for life, and I don't feel like risking everything on the road. I think it's stupid. Like people who rip it down the road, you're a fucking idiot. Like you're gonna kill somebody, especially with how stupid other drivers are. Like people in Canada are the shittiest drivers I've ever seen. I wouldn't even think. I have to defensively drive everywhere because you never know if some idiot in a Mercedes is gonna just fucking, you know, smash into you. 2 days ago, I don't think I told you about this poem, but 2 days ago, a 23-year-old kid in downtown crashed a 2017 McLaren MP412C Spider that his parents bought for him. He was going 160 kilometers in a 50 zone.
And here I am just going, but why?
Yeah, like, he's one of those, like, classic rich kids that, you know, we always talk about. It's just like, his parents have unlimited money, they bought him a fucking brand new McLaren MP412C Spider, 23 years old, no respect for anyone, 160 in a 50 zone. He fucking lost control, smashed and, like, destroyed the entire car, like, wrote it off. He's being charged with reckless driving. Like, it's crazy.
That's it?
Massive he wasn't drinking and driving or anything, and technically
Take his license away.
reckless endangerment doesn't apply for some reason. I forget why, but apparently they're not charging him with reckless endangerment. I think it's because of the area he was in. It wasn't like the time of day, there was nobody out or something, I don't know, but they are taking his license away.
Permanently, right?
It's being suspended, but he has to do it like a driver's program to get it back. And then once he gets it back, his insurance is going to be like astronomical. But it doesn't matter because his parents are rich. He's 23 and he had a $500,000 car. Driving in Canada in winter is the most dangerous thing I could ever imagine. Not because of the weather, but because of the people driving. People from every different, like, all these countries around the world. Not that I hate immigrants or anything. Like, it's not like a racial discrimination thing. It's a pure common sense thing. Like, people who have never driven in snow before, ever, only lived in, like, temperate tropical climates or something, come to Canada. They get their license in summer because you're allowed to get your license in summer and have it carry through the entire season. The climates are completely different, and then they don't know about, like, the importance of winter tires. They don't know about proper winter driving or any way of managing a car in the winter, and then they just crash into people.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It's ridiculous. I wish we had, like, a Scandinavian country driving regulations where if you get your license in the summer, it's only valid in summer until winter, and then you have to do a separate driving program.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, like, if you're in Vancouver, I mean, that's completely different. Vancouver, it snowed, like, once in the last 5 years. In Quebec, it's illegal to not have winter tires when you're driving in winter. In Ontario, you don't need winter tires. And there's like this misconception with how effective all seasons are. All season tires aren't winter tires. All season tires just mean that they're like, they can run in colder temperatures. Like, the actual like, the compound of the rubber allows it to perform average in colder weather. That's all it means. A winter tire actually has a different compound, and it has a special tread rating and, like, a special grip pattern for snow and ice.
It goes, whee!
It goes whee! Like, I can't tell you how many times this winter I've been saved because of winter tires. Like, I'll hit a patch of black ice that you can't see, and I'll slide for maybe 5 feet, and then I'll just come to a dead stop. Yeah, like, it makes sense. You go to Norway or something, you get your license in summer, you have to do a separate program in winter. Otherwise, they won't let you drive. Also, in Scandinavian countries, you have to have, like, basic mechanical understanding of your car, like how to change flat tires and, you know, like, proper carjacking procedures and stuff like that for if you get a flat and you have to lift your car. Like, general safety things that everybody who drives should know. But you don't need to have that in Canada. You come here, you buy a Ferrari, you drive it in the middle of winter, you get CAA, you know, you spin out, they'll come tow you. And then buy another Ferrari. That's the Toronto way of life. Yeah. It's like it doesn't make sense to not have winter tires if you're going to be driving in the winter. A lot of people are super cheap about it and they just don't want to spend the money on it. Like there's a lot of people in my area that are so cheap that they'll buy 2 winter tires and then they'll drive all seasons on the other wheels. Like what's the point? And recently there was this legislation that was passed. There was a big controversy with Uber, like Uber drivers and whatnot in Toronto, because it was apparently a threat to the taxi industry, and because the taxi industry is unionized and like everything in Toronto is unionized, there was like they were losing money and people were like, oh, what about my well-being and whatever, and people were arguing like the taxi service is an antiquated service. It needs to update to the like modern times, otherwise it's going to fall behind like any business. So the taxi drivers went on strike and they blocked off like every major road in Toronto I think it was last spring, so nobody could get anywhere. They ended up protesting in front of City Hall, and they had this like meeting with the taxi union, and they came up with this law that requires like Uber drivers to have like you can't have a car that I think it's an Uber regulation, but it was also a law that was implemented where you can't have a car driving for Uber that's older than 2 years, so you have to replace your car every 2 years, like from the calendar date. And because it's like safety regulations where like I have no idea what like the reasoning behind it is. You would assume that if they're gonna have like a taxi driving service or like a hired driver service, all cars would have to abide by it. But it was like as a means to, it's basically like the union wanted to have Uber removed from Toronto because they're losing money. So they came up with this law. So Uber drivers have to have a car that's no older than 2 calendar years from the date that they're providing service. They have to have proper winter tires. They have to have proper medical training in case of an emergency and like all this stuff. But taxi drivers aren't required to speak English as a form of communication with the passengers. They're not required to have winter tires when driving in winter. They're not required to have formal medical training or any of the requirements that any Uber driver has. And their car can be as old as they want and in like the worst possible condition.
That's fucking retarded.
Yeah, it's really stupid. I think this year there were a surprisingly low amount of incidents. I think it was like 6 incidences or something where a taxi driver hit a pedestrian because they couldn't stop in time. Yeah, exactly. Like, so if you want to be an Uber driver, like, you're going to have to lease your car, and you're going to have to put on a 2-year lease, which means you're going to be paying an astronomical amount of money. Like, it's not even worth it. But I guess some people do because they register it as a business, they claim it on their taxes or whatever. So, for some people...
Yeah, if you're able to claim it on taxes, you can get quite out of the tax.
Yeah, especially if it's a lease, because in, I think it's Ontario tax law, you can't claim tax for a business vehicle if it's owned. You can only claim it on leased vehicles because it's like a company rented car. So if you're an Uber driver and I think you can register as like a independent contractor, you can lease a vehicle and you can claim the tax on that leased vehicle, which is still good. But I mean, like a taxi driver doesn't pay for his own vehicle. It's maintained by this like massive taxi corporation. Those cars are in horrible condition. I've seen them with like fenders falling off and like no headlights, like bald fucking summer tires in the middle of winter, like all this stupid bullshit.
Come on, Aurora. I will fuck you up.
Yeah, like Well, it's different in the states. Like some states in America don't allow Uber. Period. In Canada, same thing. Like there's provinces where Uber is okay, but there's some provinces that they banned it completely. I think it's stupid. Like Uber, it's not just like some fly-by-night operation where literally anybody with a car can be an Uber driver. Like you still have to go through a qualification phase. And like your drivers are rated, they have like driver profiles. If you have any issues, you can directly report that person. Like a taxi driver, like there's countless issues with taxi drivers who are like molesting and like raping women, and there's no way of actually finding out who it is because like while they do it, they hide their taxi driver certificate, which is supposed to be in the open, but most of the time it's not. But like on an Uber, like if something happened, somebody assaulted you, or they robbed you or whatever, or they sexually assaulted you, you can just say, "Hey Uber, this guy that I hired like grabbed my like vagina, or like tried to suck my dick or something." It's just like large groups of unionized people. They like unions essentially control the world. It's just like it's organized crime basically.
Not all.
Not all unions, but a lot of unions are basically just organized crime. Mostly construction unions and stuff that were formed in like the 1930s. Like your union, that's an honest union. That's just like a group of people.
Yeah, operating engineers.
Yeah, like that's a legit union. Unions like I forget what it's called. It's a Canadian something for flight control something. It's a union of people who work for the airport services. Legit union. Hello. How was coffee?
I have my own portable backpack.
Was it really cold out? Is it snowing again? Oh my god. I'm not going anywhere.
I think this is like winter. It's cold.
Isn't it still winter? Isn't it still winter?
I gotta start dinner.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. And no, nobody tried. This is a really cool race. I like it. That was a cool race. I'm gonna turn my mic volume down a bit because it's gonna be kind of loud.
I currently have 20 kills, 7 deaths, and 10 assists. I need to use the restroom too, but I can't leave. Ah, Cheez-Its. Ah, fuck. Mm-hmm. Nope. Nope.
Just gotta turn the mic volume back up a bit. Yeah, so there's in the free mode you can do like you can have a company, like you're a CEO of a company, and you do missions for it, and the CEOs make like good money. So I'm saving up to buy one. I think it's like a lot. It's like 5 million or something, or like something crazy. Do you remember what it was, Pun? I think you were still playing when the CEO stuff came out, wasn't you?
When I was what?
When the CEO stuff was launched, were you still playing? Or did you stop before then?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a lot. It's like 4 million or 6 million or something. I wish. Like you get an actual office, you have a secretary, you have like I don't know, there's missions that you do where you collect goods, you store them in a warehouse, and all sorts of crap. It's like mafia unionized crime. it's it's like owning a construction union.
Yeah, you don't want to come over here. The enemy's countess is so fucking terrified of me.
No, you cannot. Oh god, that's close. I almost fell.
Hi, how you doing?
In GTA, get the game. I'll give you a job as a bodyguard.
Get latched on, bitch.
Oh my god, I love pastries. There's a Russian bakery that's near my house. It's so good. They don't just make like pastries, they also have dairy things like ricotta and like cream cheeses and cheesecake and all sorts of stuff, and oh my god, they're so good. You know what I'm saying, Pong?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying.
I don't see.
Yeah, man, if I had a bodyguard that was like a baker and a cook, oh my god, that's all I need. Just promise you'll never poison me and kill me. Unless like what you make is really, really good, in which case I'm okay if I die from it. What? What?
What?
What?
What?
What?
What?
What?
Is she hot?
It's not a girl.
No. Then can't be bodyguard.
What?
What?
Obviously someone hasn't seen John Wick 2. Anybody can be a bodyguard.
A booby guard?
Common was a bodyguard. Some lady was a bodyguard. She couldn't even speak. She was mute. That was a good movie. I like the John Wick series of movies because there's no plot. I can't be bothered to pay attention to a plot. Being in school, everything's about subtext and context and reading between the lines and all this stupid crap and like racking your brain. Sometimes I just want to see people get in gunfights for 3 hours. Oh god, Rotten Tomatoes stink. Yeah, exactly. I can't wait for John Wick 3. It's gonna be so good.
Up to 23 kills.
You're up to 23 kills.
Yeah. 23, 8, and 10.
23-10?
23, 8, 10.
23-8-10. Like 8 assists?
No, 8 deaths,
Oh.
10 assists.
Hey. How much gold do I have in WoW? Oh, in this? Not a lot. I think I only have like 500,000. I just bought this car recently that I'm driving right now, and it cost me a lot. Like, it cost me 2.8 million. Yeah, I'm really poor. I also haven't been playing for a long time. Like TJ and Josh, they were consistently playing, and Gordon was consistently playing. So, and they all have like offices, and they do CEO missions, and they help each other out. But I never actually had like a CEO office, so I never was making that kind of crazy bank. Like they have multi-floor parking garages and like 16 cars and all this stuff. I have a few garages and I have a few cars, but you know, not to that degree. When the game first came out, I was extremely rich. I had a lot of money, and it was all gathered legitimately. Oh god, I hit the wall. Yeah, like they're super duper rich. I'm still struggling. I can't even look. I bought this car because it was the fastest car at the time when it came out. But like immediately after, it was like something better came out. I also bought this because it's based off of one of my favorite cars ever, the Mazda 787B. Oh my god, my dad's on the phone. Hearing problems.
Oh my goodness.
Kind of scared me. Not gonna lie, like that's pretty loud. You should see like when his friends come over, like they all can't really hear. I'm not looking forward to that when I get older. I like my hearing. I'm already losing my hair. Like I can't afford to lose anything else. Yeah, they had that rocket car and they had the car with the parachute and stuff. I was surprised. My grandmother, like my mom's mom, she just had to get a hearing aid 2 years ago, and she's like 86. Like she had flawless hearing up until she was like 84. And one day she woke up, she's like, I can't hear anything. Natural part of getting older. It's gonna happen to you too. Oh god. I don't drive this car often, as you can tell. One of my friends is he's turning 40 in a few years, like he's in his late 30s. He's having hearing problems already. That sucks. Like, you're so young. I used to wear glasses a long time ago. When I was younger, I was probably about 22 or something when I found out I needed glasses. It wasn't that bad. It was just like a minor imperfection. It was just to correct double vision. And then my glasses were essentially destroyed by some idiot that I know.
Was me?
No, there's some idiot, and then, well, it turned out like, so what happened was I left them in his car, and I tried getting them back from him, but then there was like some issue that he had with like some of my friends, and then we never got a hold of him, and I kept trying to call him, and I was like, I want my glasses back, and I kept trying to get them from him, and then I never got them back, and then I found, like, I got an email from him like 3 years after, and he's like, oh yeah, I found your glasses are broken. And I was like, well, like, what happened? And he's like, I don't know, I'm not in the country anymore. And then he just never responded. So I just never got... Yeah, so I just never got another pair of glasses and my eyes got better. Now I have perfect 20/20 vision. 20/21 vision, actually. I'm like Wolverine, I can heal.
Yeah, because that doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, it just doesn't happen when I need it to. Like when I'm sick, or if I cut myself, or... I'm eye Wolverine. Claws come out of my eyes. It's like that comic where Cyclops and Wolverine reverse powers. Cyclops has claws coming out of his eyes. I mean, you have to be careful though, because sometimes it's preventative and sometimes it's like, I forget what it's called. It's not preventative. It's like you need it to actually maintain your vision, or you need it to see. Like, it's irreversible, but when it's preventative, it's important, because then it could lead from like having something be blurry to like a degenerative eye problem. So you gotta be careful. You should go for an eye exam and see if, you know, if it's getting any better, if it's getting any worse. Because if it's getting worse, then by the time you're like 50, you could be going blind. You know what I mean?
What the hell?
Couldn't tell you.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So be careful. Don't take your eyes for granted. I got lucky. Yeah, you should get a checkup if you can. Do you have, like, I don't know about like the healthcare in Serbia. Do you have like socialized healthcare? Like, do you have to pay for anything if you go for like an eye exam? Welcome back.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that's good. Like, you might as well do it while you can, right?
Might as well shake the bean.
Yeah, you should get it checked out just in case, because you never know. It could be a degenerative eye issue, or it could be just, you know, maintenance or
Nature
whatever.
just hates you.
Maybe nature just hates you. No, like, it could be just like something to help you see, but it could be something that would prevent it from getting worse. That's why you need to be very careful with your eyes. I couldn't imagine what life would be like without my eyes.
God, never being able to play video games again.
I know. My stream would never exist. Like, it would just be me sitting here with like a blank screen. I wouldn't know what graphic would be up. It would just be me talking. I wouldn't even know if I'm actually streaming because there's no like audio cue saying that like the stream started. I could just be talking for hours to myself. I wouldn't be able to respond to anybody. Yeah, so we might want to go back just to be safe. I have perfect eyesight, better than perfect. I can see I can read a sign 2 kilometers away.
You know X-ray? Yeah, he's got Z-ray. He see it all.
I have R-ray. I have L-ray. That's a grindhouse joke.
Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
That was a wicked hard flip. Yeah, so, you know. Take care of your eyes. Should I do the eye health is important rap? Take care of your eyes. If you don't, you're gonna die. That's it. That's all I got. It's a work in progress. But I think it gets the message across.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh my god. See, like, when I play WoW, I have everything. I have my UI scaling set to, like, low.
He has to send to Turkey.
To what? Turkey? Why would I have it set to Turkey?
It's one step higher than ultimate.
You're not gonna die. You just gotta be careful.
Land you.
Oh god, I'm gonna die. I wasn't paying attention, I was reading the chat. I accidentally went upside down and I flew off the track. Thank you. That was intentional. I meant to do that. I crashed. It's a lot harder to hold down the joystick while I'm driving than it is if I don't have to hold it down. Oh, that's the horn on my car. And that's how I get a copyright strike. Who is that? Was that Beethoven or is that Mozart? I don't remember.
It's Moose. Sorry.
That's the dubstep remix. Let's see how this goes. Oh god, I'm gonna die. Okay, I didn't die. Oh my god. I think I should get a horn. I should get like a Mozart horn for my car, for my Miata. Think that's a good idea, Pone?
What?
Should I get a Mozart horn for my Miata?
Yes.
Or like a Beethoven horn or something?
Any of that.
NWA.
Or a train horn.
No, I'll get like NWA, like straight out of Compton.
A fucking train horn on a Miata, could you imagine?
There's a guy I knew, Sean. He had a Subaru. He got it wasn't a train horn, but it was like a pickup truck air horn. And it had to require its own like battery source for it to work, because it was like it has an air compressor and an actual truck air horn. It was so loud.
I imagine.
I think he honked somebody once and he got pulled over by the police.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was like unacceptably loud.
Unacceptable.
Oh man, I'm a terrible driver. I haven't played this game in so long. I think Josh is better than I am. Like way better than I am. Gordon's way better than I am too. Gordon. Almost crashed. If you ever saw any of like the Twitch highlight streams when I used to play GTA on Twitch, that was when I was okay, but I wasn't that good. Oh my god. See, like I just screwed up. I haven't played GTA in so long after going from WoW to GTA. It's so different. That was close. Oh, like heists and stuff? If they come on, I'll ask if they want to do any heists. The heists aren't as good as good for money as CEO stuff though. Like they're fun, but they're so easy to cheese now. We found out like there's a way of cheesing it where you can like you buy an apartment right next to one of like the big Pacific Bank heist thing, and you can store your like one of your armored cars in it. So I just ended up storing my car in it. You go there, you stand around, you wait for the police to stop following you, and then you just go in your garage, you come outside, armored car, you're done.
29, 9, and 12 was the final score. 1 hour and 33 minutes was how long that game was.
Dang, that's a long game.
Yeah.
That's longer than my stream's been going on.
Well, see, the crazy thing is that our team had 60 kills, the enemy team had 54. So it was a close game pretty much the entire time.
Oh, it's
But
not.
I have 29 kills. The closest to that from me on my team was 16 with Lieutenant Belka. Then it was 636. Then the enemy team closest to me was Aurora with 15, and then 7, 13, 8, 11. It's like
Dang.
I was the majority kills on our team.
Dang.
Oh man, feels
I
so
hope-
good to be good.
Yeah, I hope they come on later, because like TJ said he wasn't working today, so he's probably like running errands or something.
Crepe.
Crepes?
Yeah, that was a long fucking game.
And Dan doesn't have work today, so he's off doing something. I'm just saying, like, if somebody comes on to play GTA. I know Gordon just came on Steam. He's playing, Wildlands.
But he never comes on here.
Yeah. No, he was on the other day. Yeah, after, when you went to bed, he came on in the evening. I felt kind of bad because, like, I was talking in the stream, and I didn't want to talk over them, so I think I didn't upset him, but I think I made him think that I didn't want him here. which wasn't the intention. I just didn't want to talk over, because, like, him and Dan were playing Wildlands, and I didn't want to constantly interrupt them. I know, I feel like such a jerk. Like, I didn't want to interrupt them while they're playing Wildlands, because it's a game where you have to communicate and coordinate and stuff. I don't want to, be that guy.
Yeah.
Who's like, yo, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Yo, shut the fuck up, man.
You dog, shut up. Yeah, I made him sad. I felt really bad. And then Gordon, like, he was, okay. Like, you remember when he left? Gordon was like, he's like, okay. And then, like, I was like, no, Gordon, you're hurting my heart. It wasn't because of you, it's because of me. Did it. Okay, it was because of you. You're a bad person. This isn't gonna go as planned. Oh, I made it. Made it. This is my favorite level of the new races. It's so cool. It reminds me of like an 80s arcade game. Did you ever have a Nintendo 64? On a 3-lap race, probably between $10,000 and $16,000. Like last night out when I was playing GTA with him for however long I was playing, I made like 111,000. I'm just doing this right now because it's kind of fun. I don't like doing like online public lobbies because there's just so many people cheating. If there was a bunch of people in the stream, I wouldn't mind putting together like a lobby full of people. At least that way we could moderate it and, you know, like ban people if they're cheating. But then I'm concerned about people who actually like steal accounts and stuff because like people cheating in GTA is like rampant and terrible. Because there's a game on Nintendo 64 called Extreme G, and this race reminds me of a lot about Extreme G. Like on PC, it's just people that run third-party programs, and you know, like sometimes they'll spawn in cash and. Like, sometimes they just grief, they'll teleport and just murder you, they'll go invisible. I remember once I was playing and this guy was invisible. He was just following me around, he kept shooting at me. Like, he wasn't using aim assistance, or he was, and it wasn't very good. I don't know what the deal was, but he couldn't kill me. And then eventually he did kill me, but he was invisible and he teleported over to me. I was like, what's the point? Like, sometimes they'll just spawn in, like, UFOs or tanks or whatever, or they'll have God mode, or they'll be teleporting around, they'll just, like, shoot you across the map. It's just, like, you know, it's kids with social problems who try and make people feel bad on the internet. No, Rockstar, I don't even think they care anymore. Hello?
Alright, you know what? Fuck it. Because you keep on insisting, I'll
Hey, goodness.
install GTA.
Woo! We could do some races. They're so much fun. I think you're gonna like them. They're so extreme.
You're already making me regret it.
Well, I mean, you can uninstall it if you don't like it. It's not like that hard drive is gonna be, like, incapable of removing the
It was
game
already at
files.
80%.
Oh my god.
I have a lot of games installed on my computer, dude.
How many hard drives do you have?
Just the one right now.
Oh. That's why I like having 3 drives. I have my primary C.
I haven't bothered to get my other one out of my other computer.
Oh, okay.
Wipe and all that.
Oh, yeah, yeah, since you rebuilt the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have my C drive, like my SSD. I have a 3 terabyte Barracuda. I should have got a Western Digital, but I didn't really care. It's secondary. And I have like an old 500 gig one that I just had files on. I couldn't be bothered. It wasn't even a primary drive, so I just plugged it in. Yeah, man. I got that natural hack. That hack that makes you good at stuff.
God, I'm probably gonna have to get a Switch.
Why, for Breath of the Wild?
Not only that, but the president of Nintendo confirmed that they are indeed.
You said it. Yeah, Smash.
Yes, they are going to push all of their major franchises onto the Switch. So if they're coming out with a new one, then yeah, that would be the kicker for me, because that was the whole reason why I bought a Wii in the first place. Was
Yeah.
for Brawl.
That's how I base off all my Nintendo purchases. Like, is there going to be a Smash?
Yeah. Is there gonna be a Smash? Yes. Okay, I'll get it.
Even the 3DS Smash was pretty good. Like, it was alright.
That's why I didn't use I had it for 3DS.
Yeah. It's
the
actually,
same game.
it's not bad. Like, it's pretty good.
Oh no, it was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But I want it. I want to see what they come out with the new one.
Yeah, like, who's going to be in it?
Yeah. Oh, dude, if you get one too, we so should play against each other.
Hideo Kojima, unlockable character.
Oh god.
Not all stuff, no. Yeah. Hideo Kojima has a special attack. It's called Disappear. Get fired. You unlock Hideo Kojima, you get really good with him, and then the game just like removes him from your like save file.
Like, alright, that's enough of that. Who was your main character?
I was a classic Mario guy.
Oh, I love Mario.
I love Mario because I think he's the most universal brawler. He has like reversibles, he's really quick, he's like a get in, hit him and leave kind of.
My favorite thing is jumping off a cliff after somebody.
Yeah.
And doing the A smash down.
Yeah.
So where you
Oh
just
yeah, and then you just
fucking miss.
and they can't do anything.
Just go straight down,
Yeah.
Jump back up.
Yeah.
Like,
I really liked I'm good with Mario, Pikachu, Samus, like / Link because they're basically the same. I prefer Samus over Link because I don't particularly use Link's bombs for anything other than like ledge negating.
Uh-huh.
But I prefer Samus, I think, just because
My number
Samus has
one.
better range.
My number one was Zero Suit Samus. My number two, Meta Knight.
Yeah.
And my number three was Lucario. I think.
Yeah.
And then Robin.
One of my friends I have known, like my friend Adam, he is honestly the greatest Smash player I've ever seen. He's won back-to-back, I think, 7 Smash contests at like pretty high levels. Like I'm talking like 80 people involved, like 100 people involved. Like he's won back-to-back contests.
I've never gone to contests.
He's
But
amazing. He
I
could.
know that at some point I was playing that game so goddamn much, just for shits and giggles. I would
Yeah.
always play against three maximum difficulty AIs.
Yeah.
As Zero Suit Samus, and I'd destroy him.
Yeah, like I remember like I was not bad at it. I was like okay, I think, but like my friend Adam, he was just like at a completely other level. Like he went into a tournament, and the guy that he ended up getting matched against in the final, I think he was like he was a Sonic guy.
I fucking hate
Yeah, Sonic is just he's cheap because he has like unlimited
Well,
jumps. He's like
It's
he's
not that he's good or anything. It's just that he's annoying.
yeah. Yeah, like if you
He's
can
more
master
of an annoyance.
if you can master a Sonic, like it's almost impossible to die, pretty much. Like
It can be, yeah.
he's weak, but he's so squirrely. And like his unlimited jump potential is just insane. Like it's not fair. You can knock him clear off the map, you'd be like, "Oh, he has no way of getting back." But he's Sonic. So
He
like
just flies back, basically.
yeah, and that's how the guy got into the tournament. So my friend Adam wanted to do it, and he knew he was just far better than this guy. He wiped everybody. Like he didn't even come close to losing in any single match. So he took on the guy with Game & Watch, and he beat him.
Dude,
Like,
don't underestimate
Game & Watch, like he's hard to master. Game & Watch isn't bad. He's
No,
just
the
he's
thing with
difficult.
Game & Watch is he's unpredictable.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Yeah, especially like his smash,
Goes
like
from frame to frame, and
yeah.
it's like, oh fuck.
and his smash, like his smash, it has the potential to do like no damage. It's like it has a random modifier to it. So it's just I don't know, like he destroyed the guy with Game & Watch.
Yeah.
It was
I liked the ability to customize your characters.
Yeah.
In the newest one.
Yeah, that was kinda
I thought
neat.
that was freaking amazing because I would always set it up so that my Zero Suit Samus was basically a glass cannon. I'd maximize their attack and speed.
Yeah.
That's it. I would never put any defensive stuff on her.
Togepi.
And I would move around so fast and just knock out everybody.
That's gonna be the new Smash special character, Togepi.
Yeah. I didn't like
One
that
hit.
in the previous generation, Meta Knight was basically unstoppable. And
Yeah, he was so OP in
I know he was, and I loved it.
yeah, I do like how they balanced him. They did balance, like they did a good job balancing
They
him.
did balance him, and I didn't like it, but it definitely felt more fair to play. with
Yeah.
Meta Knight. You just had to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah.
Then I
Same-
started playing Zero Suit Samus, and I was just like, shit.
Yeah, same with like
He's now the new Meta Knight.
same with like Roy and Marth. Like they when they were introduced, they were so overpowered, but they did a good job balancing them. And Lucina, like Lucina is so good. I love I like Lucina way more than I like Roy and Marth.
Yeah, me too.
But I think Mario is just like my go-to.
You know, dead ass.
I think Mario is just my go-to just because of the cape reversal. Because I can't tell you how many times I've won an encounter where somebody tries to like cross-map me with something, and I just reverse it at them. And they're just like, oh my god. But I remember once my friend
Yeah, I know that feeling.
my friend Anthony, he was really good with Pikachu. One day I went over to my friend's place and we played. It was the one for Wii, like the first one that came out on Wii.
Oh,
Um,
Kirby's another one that I'm damn good at.
yeah, Kirby is he's super squishy, but he's good if you know how to use him. What was? Do you remember what the first one that came out on Wii was? Is it Brawl or Melee? Melee. I think it was Melee, wasn't it?
I thought it was Brawl.
No, I think it was Melee. I think Melee came out, then Brawl came out. But anyway,
Brawl was number 2, but Melee was on Wii.
yeah. Oh, that's what I mean. Okay, so it
Or
was,
not on the Wii, on the Nintendo or GameCube.
I don't honestly whatever the first one for Wii came out was, because at that time like my friend just got a Wii, so we went over to his place and we were playing Smash, and we did a 100 stock Pikachu battle with nothing but on Corneria, with nothing but bomb-ombs and those like nukes.
Oh no.
It was the hardest game I had ever played. It was the battle. I think our fight. It was no time limit. It was stock. 100 stock. I ended up beating him by 14 stock after 2 hours and like 30 minutes.
Jesus Christ, that's a long match.
Yeah, and it was because it was more endurance than anything, and it was just like he was getting tired and he was getting kind of sloppy, and I could see that. But it was like I would just avoid him, and I would, because you remember, like, you know how Pikachu, he can do the it can do like the multi-directional dash, and usually like if you're good you can get like 3 out of it.
Yes.
I was
can
getting
always get 3 out of every.
Yeah, like I can consistently get 3, but there was a point where I was getting 4 out of it.
Why?
Because you can get 4s out of them, but it's really hard. So I was getting like, I'd do like a 3 dash or something, and then I would do like a 4 dash, and I would just like dodge whatever it was he was going after. And I would try and trap him into areas where I knew like the timers would count down on bomb bombs because he wasn't paying attention. And then I would just like nuke it, and he couldn't do anything about it.
Yes, yeah, I basically never play with items.
Yeah, I don't like playing with items, but I just thought that'd be a funny game. Like it would just be so
I never play
chaotic.
with items or the smash though.
Oh, like the
Smash.
smash. Yeah, the.
Sphere?
Yeah, I don't like that thing. I don't like that thing. The ultimate smashes are stupid.
I mean, they look cool. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong, they look
like
fucking amazing,
Link's
but-
ultimate smash is super cool.
Yeah, but it's like, no, it's not relying on your skill as a
Yeah,
player. It's
it-
relying on you getting that sphere.
Yeah, and like timing and stuff. Like it can spawn next to you, you can get it, you can get lucky, but it's like one of those stupid game multipliers that like a lot of games
It's an
starting.
RNG element.
Yeah, it's an RNG element that kind of like throws out the balance like of the whole thing. It's like the equivalent of getting a hammer.
I remember getting those in the very first Smash.
Yeah.
Oh man. I remember that in the original game, you would either play Pikachu or you'd lose. It was simple as that.
Yeah. My favorite thing about the first Smash Brothers on N64 was Cerulean City. If you played if you played Cerulean City long enough, legendary birds would fly in the background. If you had enough time on it. So randomly you'd see like a Zapdos.
saw that.
You'd see like Zapdoses, Moltres, and Articuno fly by, but occasionally a Ho-Oh would fly by, and that was before Gold and Silver. That was before like Ho-Oh was actually announced. Because remember, like Ho-Oh was announced in the first episode of like Pokemon when Ash saw him. So like they knew like Ho-Oh was a planned Pokemon; he was going to be in the game. So if you played Smash on, was it Cerulean City? It was Cerulean City, right? It was whatever the city is. You can play it, and like Ho-Oh, Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno could appear in the background. It's so cool. Yeah, my friend Adam, he was like a whole other league. I remember playing against him sometimes, and I would be struggling just to keep up, and he'd be like giggling and laughing the whole time like it was nothing. He'd be like losing his mind. He'd be losing his mind and be like, ah, it's so funny. And like, he wouldn't even care. And everyone else would be struggling. Like, he'd be taking on 3 people at once. Nobody could beat him.
I could do that too. I haven't played in so long. I doubt that I'd be
Yeah, like, I mean, I had moments, like, my friends in in elementary school, like Kevin, Calvin, like my other friend, like my friend Mark, like, when they used to come over at lunch, we used to play Smash on N64, like, they couldn't beat me. Nobody could beat me. So, like, I would have the same thing where they would all team up against me and they would try and kill me, but, like, when I played against, like, my friend Adam from high school, oh my god, like, you couldn't beat him. Nobody could. I've never seen him lose a game against anybody, ever. Even in tournaments. He has, like, as far as I know, he has a perfect, flawless, like, Smash matchup. He's probably lost. He's probably lost, like, don't get me wrong, like, he's not perfect, but as far as what I've seen, I've never seen him lose.
Like, even I've lost before.
Yeah.
It's just, you play it enough, and you start to get better and better and better, and those losses go down and down and down.
Yeah, but no, I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, as far as I've seen him play, I have never seen a loss. Like, he is exceptionally good. He's like the equivalent of those, like, Street Fighter Ultimate, like, tournament guys for Smash. Like, it's insane.
Dude, I'd like to fight him sometime.
Yeah, like, if you ever came here, like, if you come to Toronto or something, I'll call him and I'll see if you want to play him in Smash. Like,
I would played in years.
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked.
probably, yeah. I think he still plays. Like, he consistently plays across every generation. He never stops. Like, he loves Smash. His game file was like, I don't even know, like
I'd probably
7,000
still be
hours or
playing
something.
Oh, jeez. I'd
Yeah.
probably still be playing it on the Wii, or not the Wii, on the my 3DS, but my ex kind of took it, so
Yeah,
yeah, I haven't bothered to go back and get the one.
yeah. It's just like, I can't explain it. There's like, when I get into a game, like I have a lot of hours into a game. Like when I played Vice City, I literally burned the map into the television. Like, I had
Oh, did you hear about
hundreds
the
of
AI
hours.
Did you hear about the AI that learned the Super Smash?
No.
Let me see if I can find that video. It was amazing.
I just, like, I can't explain how somebody could be that impressive at a game. It's like nothing I've ever seen before in any game. Nobody I've ever seen, like, in relative skill to whatever it is. I've never seen anyone as good. Oh, I didn't get the boost. Geeks, are you still there? Sorry if I wasn't, if I was kind of ignoring you. I was just reminiscing. You know, that nostalgia factor.
Nostalgia and hardcore.
Yeah,
Far too many hours spent on that game.
honestly. Oh yeah, so like we were talking about Perfect Dark yesterday.
Oh god, yes.
You know how many hours I had in Perfect Dark?
How many?
I had about 3,000 hours in Perfect Dark.
I probably had about 1,000.
Yeah.
Easy.
I played everything. The only thing I never unlocked was or there's two things I couldn't beat. You know the challenges mode?
Yes.
You know the challenges mode with the sewer where you have to fight 10 max level AI with nothing but DY357 magnums? That was the only challenge I couldn't beat. And the only like cheat unlock that I couldn't get was unlimited ammo, where you had to beat that the level where you sneak onto Air Force One at the mountain base, where you had to beat it on the hardest setting in under 5 minutes. That was the only one I couldn't beat. And then my N64 stopped working, so I couldn't I couldn't continue with it. Now Dan has my expansion pack because my N64 broke. So I just figured, like, you might as well, like, he needed one, so I just gave it to him.
Yeah.
I remember I got Perfect Dark, and I didn't have an expansion pack. I didn't know you needed it. So I had to buy it, and then I had to go out and buy an expansion pack, and I was so poor at that time. Like, I was 14 or 15 or something. I had, like, no money. And that expansion pack is expensive. Oh my god. Chili Splash is the worst. Stains everything.
Yeah, because this AI was beating professional players.
Oh my god. No, I scratched my car. I didn't want to do that. Yeah. Yeah, once you splash something when you're making chili, you're never going to get that stain out. My first... I've been playing games since I was a little kid. Like, when I was really little, my dad had a Intellivision. I don't know. Here, I'll show you. It's, it was this. It's a bad picture. It's really low resolution, but it was in Television 2. That was the first game, like, console I ever played anything on. Tank
So
Battle.
the AI played against one of the top ranked Smash Bros. Melee
Yeah.
players, like in the world,
Yeah.
and they were both playing Captain Falcon, and it said that the AI knocked him out 8 times, and the human only had 5.
Wow. Imagine if we got to the point where competitive sports could include like AI and robots.
Oh god.
And like I honestly
That's
I wouldn't care because I would just watch the match. Like I watch the match for like the skill and the challenge. Imagine if there was like AI competition Smash.
A team of AIs in Overwatch versus the top rated
Yeah,
of humans in Overwatch.
that'd be nuts. That would be
something
impressive.
to see.
That would be impressive. Yeah, I mean, like I had a PS1 and everything, but like I was born a long time ago. I'm old. So,
How old are you?
old. I'm not some spry young guy like I used to be. I was born when dinosaurs roamed the earth. I fought in both World War I and World War II. But I refunded World War I because it wasn't that good.
Secretly, he was the first man on the moon.
I actually am the moon.
Okay.
Are you playing Conan?
Yeah.
How's did you what the hell? I just hit a glitch and I just flew in the air. Did you try that thing with the altar?
Oh no, I haven't tried doing that.
Can you
I've
try it? I don't-
accidentally done that before
Yeah.
with one of the set ones, except it launched me halfway across the map and I died.
Oh my god. Are you gonna try it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it right now.
Oh my god. Let me know if it works. It's so funny.
I'm just gonna do another single player game.
Yeah.
Oh shit, wait, I'm already logging into the server. Fuck, hold on. The other day there was like 6 people on my server.
I'm old. I'm old. We'll keep it as a mystery for now.
32.
Nah, not that old.
There you go, you have a starting ground.
Yeah. How do you know I'm telling the truth?
I really know how old you are.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, thank you. I always thought my voice was really annoying.
It is if you listen to it long enough.
Dang, Pone.
What?
That's mean. And true. Now I'm self-conscious. I'm not gonna talk ever again. Nope. I'm just not gonna. I'm just not gonna tell you. I'm just not gonna say what my age is. Some things should be kept a secret.
Like whether or not you shave your butt or not.
I mean, that's obviously a no. Why would I do that?
I don't know.
Who do I have to impress?
Yourself?
Who's gonna be looking at my butt? Nobody.
You?
I don't look at my butt. It's my butt. I sit on it.
But that's it.
That's about it. The butts are for sitting.
this game. What are you doing?
Nope. We're not playing this game. That's not a game that we're playing.
What?
The guess Josh's age. Look at his butt game. That's not a game that's gonna be going on. Ain't nobody seeing my booty.
Well, your booty is seeing you.
I mean, probably. I don't think it would. I think my butt and I have a mutual relationship. I don't really care about it. It doesn't really care about me.
Just kind of there.
Yeah, it's just kind of there. It does its own thing. Put a GoPro cam on my toilet. I'm gonna have to like sweep my bathroom every day I go to the bathroom now. Every time I go take a dump, I'm gonna check to see if there's any like infiltration marks on the front door, if like the locks have been picked. Get like a bug sweeper, sweep my bathroom.
CIA toilet cam.
Yeah, CIA toilet cam. No thanks. I could guarantee nobody on Earth would ever want to see that. That is a 100% absolute negatory. That is not gonna happen.
Alright, so I got the pit of the arc. If this works.
Like, that's really gross. Bathroom time is a sacred time. That's a time when...
They
What?
patched it.
Oh, dang it. Bathroom time is time where you should be alone with your thoughts.
Well, at least we'll always have it in the form of a video.
What?
Very humorous video.
Oh, yeah. Just like Cooper in Stranger Things says, mornings are for coffee and contemplation. That's what bathroom time is.
Condensation.
Contemplation. Bathroom time is for relaxing and contemplation.
Compensation.
Oh, I did that stupid glitch again. I think my car's too low for this thing. If I go too fast here, when I hit it, it throws me in the air. We're gonna change the subject. You're turning into Pillow.
Oh, evil pillow?
Yeah. This conversation is very Pillow-esque.
Secretly, it's pillow in disguise.
Secretly, are you just Pillow? You're just Pillow in disguise, aren't you?
Just pillow thing.
It's like that time when Optiplex came in my chat with multiple accounts and started arguing with himself. Or no, that's TJ, sorry, TJ did that. TJ came in with like 3 different accounts and started arguing with himself, and I was like, what are you doing?
Leave it to TJ.
Leave it to TJ. So Optiplex posted a new video yesterday, but I think he posted it on the wrong YouTube account. You know how like when you have an email account for YouTube, when you go to change your account, sometimes it'll have like your actual channel, like your created channel, but then it might accidentally log into your email as well. because like mine, if I go into mine, it has like my actual main channel, but then it also has the email address version that has like no subscribers to it. So he posted a video yesterday, and he sent it to me on Twitter, and when I looked at it, there's nothing there. Like, or like I went to go share it, and I went to his like his main YouTube channel. There's nothing there. And I told him about it, and he was like, "No, you're stupid."
Like, no, you're retarded.
Yeah, so now like I keep wanting to share the video, but I have to go into Twitter and I have to get the address. Like, it's actually really cool. It's a super cool video. It was because he's using GTA mods, so he has modded vehicles, and it looks excelente. His editing, because he uses the Rockstar game editor, and he's really good with it. One sec, I'm gonna get the chat in a second. It's just this map is kind of... You're too nice to be Pillow. That's a meme.
What?
I'm too nice to be Pillow. Oh god. Say I learned going upside down on a motorcycle is a lot more difficult than it is with a car.
I thought it'd take it too long to download. Weep.
You see, now you're trying to fight. You're the same person. You are Pillow. Ah, I missed. This bike is kind of sketchy sometimes.
Well on.
The Akuma, when you land, it's kind of squirrely. So sometimes like it throws you around a
Like
bit.
you?
I'm not squirrely.
You are.
How am I squirrely? Give me an example of how I've been squirrely
squirrely.
ever. I'm not squirrely. You're squirrely. If one of us is more squirrely than the other, it's you. You're the squirreliest person I know.
No, that's actually cows pretty fucking sick.
Cow's kind of squirrely, but like, you're the squirreliest. Don't lie. Like you can't. Don't even try. There we go.
Squirrely and you're proud.
Look at that sail. That was a good sail. I almost sailed all the way. Akuma, I think it's the most rewarding bike to sail, but it's hard. It's really hard to sail. It's like when you start tilting back, it tilts like really easily to the side. Have I done all the new races?
Yes.
No, I don't think I have. You wouldn't harm Pillow being a girl, but you'd fight me for it. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't fight anybody. Unless, you know, it required me to do so.
He's a pacifist.
I'm a pacifist. I don't like violence. Except for when I play
Pacifist. He'll
GTA.
pass his fist straight into yours.
Yeah. Why would I punch somebody's fist? It's dumb.
Because
I'm a pacifist. I won't hurt anybody
take off his
unless...
fist and hand it to you.
Yeah, I'll be like, punch me with my own
Pass his
fist. Hurt me more, dog! Snake, you gotta hurt me more, dog! That was a bad sale. Punch my fist, bruh. I'm not letting you leave here until you punch me right in the fist. Am I... Oh, like practicing? Sort of. Like, I just want to get back into the game so I can... Like, when I do race, I'm not complete crap. Oh, that's what happens when I read the chat. I crash into a wall. New personal best, and I hit a wall. That was a really bad sale.
We're excited for the new Alien movie.
Oh, it looks so good. Alien Covenant.
Yes, dude, I'm so excited.
It's kind of weird though that that lady from Fantastic Beasts is in it.
Yeah. Probably gonna die.
Yeah, everyone does.
Yep.
There's one thing. If I've learned anything from,
Not Ripley, you're dead.
or even Ripley died, but like if there's one thing I've ever learned from an Alien movie, is that every single person except for the main heroine will die, and ultimately they die. And right now the main heroine is that lady from the other movie who went off with the android. So everybody gonna die.
Unless she's already dead, because we don't know what happened to her. One of the trailers does show that her dog tags are hanging from the inside of the alien ship.
That is true. How do you know it's her dog tag?
Because they were able to do a close-up on it and it has her name on it.
Oh. Well, she could have left them there.
Well, there was the ship that she supposedly came on, so... Because she did fly away in the alien ship.
I thought the planet that they landed on was the planet that the first people went to, because when the ship was landing and it flew through that gorge over the lake.
It was supposed to be the home world of the one dudes. Those big old white guys.
Yeah, the
Architects.
yeah, the
whatever
architects.
they're called. Supposed to be their home world. But see, that crew of the Covenant wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Frankly, nobody on planet Earth would know that because only that one chick would know that, and she flew to it. So
Yeah. So I wonder if it takes place like in the future or something. But then
it's a sequel to.
but I mean like far in the future.
Oh, I don't know.
But probably not, because then they would ruin the whole point of her like leaving at the end of the other movie, because they kind of left it on a cliffhanger where it was like she's going after something. So it'd be kind of stupid if they just kill her off. Do I like bikes? I appreciate them. Sorry?
The android was still there too.
No, she took his head, remember?
Yes, but he was still alive.
What?
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 What? Yeah, like bikes are cool. I appreciate them. I can't ride them though.
Motorcycles?
Yeah, I wish I could.
I ride one every day.
Yeah, Pone has a really nice bike. It's a cool one.
Honda and M4.
Oh god. Ah, I ruined my best time. I wish I could ride a bike, but I can't because my wrists are all jacked up. was my fastest time? 1:43. Green Machine. Green Machine was cool. I'll do Green Machine. I remember once a long time ago, it was kind of funny, and it's like it's like borderline racist, but not really. You know, like the stereotype about people from Vietnam like riding scooters around and stuff. A long time ago, I was at a Shenandoah racetrack with my friends, and they had the organizers had a scooter that they use for going around the track. Like if a bumper falls off or something, you have to clear debris or whatever. And there's this girl. She's Vietnamese. She's one of my friend's girlfriends. She doesn't drive. She's never like ridden anything. And it's private property, so she was like, "Hey, can I try that scooter?" And like she's never ridden a bicycle. She's never like ridden a motorcycle. She's never driven a car, like anything. And then she gets on this bike, and she's just like ripping it everywhere, like she was born on that thing. Like it was it was so funny. She was like tearing it, like ducking corners, like she was a natural. She was just killing it. And she was on the scooter, and she's like riding around with like aviators and stuff. It was so funny. And my friend was like, "Dude, it's like straight out of like Hanoi."
Oh my goodness.
It was really funny.
And she's really never been on anything
Never.
like that before?
She's never even ridden a bicycle. Like she grew up in an area where like when she was a kid, she couldn't like have her to store a bicycle. She lived in an apartment building, so her parents never got her a bike. She's never controlled any vehicle ever. It's really funny. It's really funny. She's a natural. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
That was a hard hit.
Came over to my house and you don't.
Wow, that's racist. That was a really hard hit. Oh my god. Like, I ride bicycles a lot. I like bicycles, but it's because I'm not really required to control my acceleration with my wrists.
Yeah, use your foots.
Yeah. And I can slow down on a bike without using my wrists, so like
How
I
do
don't.
you turn it?
Sorry?
Without having to turn your wrist.
Yeah, like I can slow down if I need to. Like I can always gear down or something, or if I have like something to do with it seizing. Like I'm not gonna be riding it down huge hills or anything, and I'm not gonna be going faster than like 5 kilometers an hour. So
Sure.
4-wheelers look really fun. I'd love to ride a 4-wheeler. You know what I want to ride one day? I want to ride a snowmobile. Snowmobiles look really fun. It's like a motorcycle and a 4-wheel combined, but they're supposed to be like more fun than a 4-wheeler.
I could do without the cold.
Yeah, if I could ride a snowmobile without it being like minus 30, that'd be good.
Yeah, alright. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that 4-wheelers are really hard to control. And like same with snowmobiles. Like snowmobiles and 4-wheelers, I guess they're kind of similar. Right. I don't have that kind of money. I can't buy 2 sandwiches.
What you scooting about?
We're just talking about snowmobiles and 4-wheelers and whatnot.
Yeah.
You'd appreciate a sandwich? I would appreciate a sandwich.
Sandwich?
Right now, my budget is so limited. I don't think I could budget a sandwich in right now.
I don't really have a budget anymore after I paid off a bunch of my stuff.
Must be nice.
Well, I'm nearly completely debt free, so
Yeah, it's a good feeling. I remember when I was debt free. And then I started school.
then I fucked up.
It's okay, once I'm done, easy money. Easy money.
You think?
Yeah, that's what I know. Oh my god. Real estate law. Or as I call it, planting a money tree.
Basically, that is.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. It's not like guaranteed, but I'd be working like crap positions at a firm for a while. But like my friend, he works for a law firm right now, doing similar tasks, like just a starting task. He's making 46 right now, which is pretty good for like just fresh out of school. And that's just starting. And that's I think after 6 months, like he's on a promotion, or not a probationary period. I forget what it's called, but it's like something to do with working in law that he's required to go through. It's like a sabbatical period or something, or after the sabbatical period when he's, I don't know. No, it's not. No, the sabbatical period is after he did law school. I don't remember what it was, but it's like a grace period sort of, and after that, he gets a fairly large raise. But that's his field, like the one that he's in. He's doing copyright law. A cheap building? You want an entire building? I don't know of any cheap buildings for sale.
I know buildings with cheap people in them.
Yeah. I could point you out to a bunch of those.
Yeah, I could too.
A small office? It depends on where you are, because I'm not going to be, like, across Canada. And it depends where if I find a job after. And where that eventual position is. I hope it's in Toronto. Renters
It'll be in Tornado.
agreements. It'll be in Tornado. Renters agreements. The greatest way of making money as a real estate lawyer.
Fucking hate rent.
Yep.
I'll never rent.
I was talking about this with my friend the other day. We were having a discussion about it. In some situations, it does make sense to rent as long as you're saving up with like intent of getting a mortgage later to buy a place. Because like it doesn't make sense to take out a mortgage on a place if you have like a small down payment. It would make a lot more sense if you could like manage rent at a place for a while until you can save up to put down a substantial mortgage payment. Because then your like monthly payments on your mortgage are like a lot lower.
Yeah.
Because that's what he did. He does welding for like industrial places, and I want to switch cars. He went to Nunavut for a while, and he worked up there for I think it was about a year, or just under a year. He made like a good amount of money, came back down, and then bought a unit at a condo building, and he put down like, I think it was 40% on his mortgage. So he put down like a fair amount, and his mortgage payments are like dirt cheap. So that way he had like an investment property, and he was renting a property at the time to like to live in temporarily while he saves up to buy a second place. So the rent that he was charging for the person staying in his unit was like way more than his mortgage payment and his property taxes were. So that way he could still, like, he would still have some left over to subsidize the cost of his current rent, so he could use that to save up for a new place. So in like some situations it makes sense.
Place.
Yeah, well, like a different place that he could live in. So then now, like, he just bought a house recently, so now he has a house and he has a condo. So that, in that sense, I think it would make sense to rent. But if you're just planning on renting forever, like, it's a waste. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
You're gonna be spending like what would be a mortgage on just living in a place that you never own.
Yeah.
But it also has something to do with the market, like the area you're in. There's a lot of different variables to it.
Yeah. Like the area I live in, it doesn't make any sense to rent.
Yeah.
But,
If you-
well, so I don't.
If you live in an area where it's relatively cheap to buy a place, you might as well save up, like rent for a bit, save up, put money on like a down payment for a mortgage, and then just buy a place.
It's like I pay my mom $500 a month
Yeah.
to stay here.
Yeah.
And it's a 2-story house. You know, it's practically like living in my own apartment.
Yeah.
And if I were to rent from an apartment, you know, a smaller one than, you know, what I'm living in like right now,
Yeah.
would cost me upwards of $800 a month.
Yeah. That's
Like, it doesn't
insane.
make any sense.
Wait, are you busy right now, phone?
No.
Like, are you doing anything? Can you just check like the conversion rate? Because I'm in a race right now. I don't want to stop. I don't know what the conversion is between like 800 US to Canadian. I think it's 13 something. 1350. I could start a business and grow it, but it depends on the business, like the market, what the industry is. 1,077.
Yeah.
So I call it 1,075. So for 1,075, average rent in Toronto for a place that's about, say, 600 square feet, you know, like a tiny little place. Take a guess. Average rent.
1,500.
1,700.
Oh, I knew it was gonna be higher.
Yeah. 1,700 for a 500 square foot place. And that's an average place. If you want a place that's like a little bit bigger, maybe, you're probably looking at 18 to 22 on average. Crazy. I have an idea for a business, but I don't want to tell anyone what it is. I don't want him to steal it. I know Poland's gonna steal my business idea. Yeah. Well, I mean, the hardest part about a business is coming up with an idea. After that, easy. I got an award-winning business plan.
And what would that be?
I'm not telling you.
And how do you know if it's good?
Oh, I know it's good. I know. I just don't want to say it on stream, because, like, I don't want a record of it in case somebody stumbles across it and they're like, that's a good idea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, but I'll
Get it
mute.
trademarked.
Yeah, I should. But yeah, the thing is, like, it's not something that you can patent the idea of. You can only patent the like the individual business. But I have a solution to that as well, because what makes it so important is the unique aspect to it. But it is something that people could modify or adapt, and I don't want to risk it.
For a biscuit.
Yeah, it's not a biscuit I want to risk it for. That's difficult to say because you could like. What do you mean by business? You mean like industry, or you mean like private business? Because there's a fair amount of private business, and there's also a lot of like there's a lot of state business. There's a lot of publicly shared businesses. There's like a fair variety, I think, of both. There's definitely a very big entrepreneurial aspect to living in Canada, especially like in other provinces other than Ontario. Even in Ontario too, there's like a big entrepreneurial demand, but there is a lot of like state-run stuff. Like they're called crown corporations. They're just things that are organized by or like they're run by the government. Yeah, like there are some that are owned by the government, and there are some that are private. But I think the majority of like industry in Canada isn't even owned by Canadians. I think it's owned by Americans from back in like the 1950s. Okay, I'll be there in a minute. I would say probably a large portion of major industry is American. They would come here in like the 1940s and 1950s, just after World War II, and they would open up branch, like American or Canadian branches of a company, but the original interest would be American. It was really common with coal, natural gas, oil, like things like that, lumber. Oh no, I crashed. And there's a lot of crown corporations. Like there's forestry regulations and forestry companies that are owned by the government. Via Rail, like the train thing, is a crown corporation. It's owned by the government. I don't think it's been privatized. I'm pretty sure it's still crown. Air Canada used to be a crown corporation, but they privatized it in the 90s, I think. Or 2003, around there. Yeah, like there's small. Yeah, like there's a few. I know there's a lot of not a lot, but there's a few like big privately owned bakeries that, like, there's this place Dimplemeyer. They make it's a German company, not like German, it's Canadians, but it's owned by a German family. Who like immigrated to Canada, but they make like German baked goods and stuff, mostly rye breads and stuff like that, and they sell it to grocery stores, and it's really, really common to find it all around the city, especially if you go to like European restaurants that serve rye. They usually serve like Dimplemeyer, and they have like their main bakery location, and they have a restaurant right next to it that I don't think they own it. It's like a family friend one, but they supply it with bread. But I think it would definitely be like good to look into. Like you could probably have a really successful bakery. You just have to have the capital. You have to have the capital to like run it. Alright, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be back in about 10 minutes or so. I'm just gonna go eat.
Not coming back.
I'll be back. I'm just gonna be back in like 10 minutes.
Not coming back.
Everything's all tangled. Everything's tangled.
My glasses.
My glasses. Oh, my nose is running. Okay, I'll be back in a bit.
Alright, see you.
Alright.
Microphone muted.